Uh, I'm gonna take a sec here to talk about this first boss while the last two DPS file in here. In particular, I want to talk about the worms, Asmon Dreadscale. So we're gonna be killing Dreadscale first, and essentially want to kill him right before the second submerge. Now, what that means, it doesn't nobody has to pay any attention to that, but you will have to pay attention to my calls for slowing or stopping on DPS. What it's going to boil down to is we're more than likely going to do too much damage to Dreadscale to the point that we're going to have to peel back with that stop damage on Dreadscale, or I'll just call it a swap damage. Basically, you just start slapping Asma a little bit until I call to kill Dreadscale. The time that we nuke Dreadscale is actually super important. So pay attention to that. And then tanks, Dose, and Ire. Uh, Dose, I have you on Dreadscale. Your positioning for the right at the beginning is going to be super important. If you look in the, if you see in Jordy's guide, you'll obviously want you to do the same thing. But if you look in the sheet, I put some like sort of tank pictures. In particular, the raid planner picture that's below the picture that's hard to, I don't know, identify what's going on. You'll see that I have you basically right beside the immobile worm, and I want you to your worm. You need to face away at all times because it has a frontal, and it's going to spawn a little green puddle underneath it, just like on Grobulus. And so eventually you have to move because that's going to be, hinder yourself in the melee. I want the movement to basically wrap around the other worm so we can enable cleave as much as possible. In melee DPS, just be mindful as you're following, you don't run through that puddle. Uh, event Pretty much we should be able to do that until the first submerge. After that point, tanks don't worry about keeping the worms together. We'll just fuck off from there. But that initial cleave is going to be important because again, it'll make it just makes it easier for the rest of the fight. So that's the kind of movement I'm looking for. Um, Melee DPS, when you when you get targeted by the paralytic poison right at the bat, super important that yes, you want to go clear with the tank, but be mindful of the frontals. I'm going to try and communicate this as best I can. If you have DBM or Thames or Foji, you'll have a timer that shows you when frontals are going out. What that basically means is when you get targeted by the paralytic poison and you want to clear, you might need to wait, depending on when the frontal's going out. If you get hit by the frontal, you're dead. Like, there's no saving you. So, have to use your brains. I'm going to try and communicate that as best as possible, but food for thought. Anyone have any questions about this? If not, get a summon on Mort, and then Shuangi should be in here in a second. And goal for tonight, we're doing everything heroic as far as we can. Um, I think it was going to be pretty tricky. We might be able to kill it tonight, we might not, but we're going to sure as hell try. Expect first three bosses should honestly probably be one shots. I think we have the reps and experience to bang those out. Twin Valkyrie might be a little bit of learning, and it will be a lot more of learning. So Oh, sorry, I was away from my computer. Did you ask something? So probably face him towards the raid. Your ad won't do any frontals. Um, sorry. Yeah, face him towards the entrance. Basically, face him where he comes from. I, yo, I definitely not gonna be able to download this thing time. It's fine. Yeah, he's just holding for buffs. Mort's here. Calculagon. Just waiting for Mort. Uh, disable one add-on here. Reload. Ready check, and then we vibe it. Fully buff here. Let's go. Oh, good point. I put Mari gets or Tingo's getting Mari, Perry's getting Kolbos, Numi. I wasn't sure if you're coming, so I didn't do yours. You're gonna get Mind. Okay, everyone's here. Okay. Starting the RP. Let's get it. Paladins, I have DSAC assigns for the second phase. I'm gonna call it out. Basically, we're gonna cover the first 5 AoE debuffs that go up. And then for first Impale, I want you to DP yourself at 2 stacks of the debuff. Uh, just do 3, yeah. And then we're holding Lust for phase 2. We're gonna have turbo damage in this boss. Ads need to be prio as soon as they come down. Range healers, make sure you guys are spread out this entire fight. First ad is coming down soon. It's out in the raid, run in. Whoever's on the ad, run in. And hard swap, you can cleave off the ad onto the boss, but single target should be a boss. Second ad's out, run in. Run in with the ad, whoever has it. Okay, should jump somebody else or no? Okay, well, it's fine. It's purple. Can you get Cold Heart up? Run in with the ad. Mari, can you bop dose? And then dose cancel it. And just cleave off these vassals and finish the boss. Yeah. Ire, can you... Actually, you have the debuff still, or forbearance, it's fine. Big kills on Ire for this first set, he still has Impale. Finish off the vassals here. Remember, we're killing Dreadskill first, he's on the right. He's the worm that's up right now. And Lust, and Dose is bringing over. Mari, you're going to desack the first Paralytic Poison, go now. And clear with... after, wait for the funnel. Clear now with Dose. Now let's get you Gala. Colboth, you have the next DSAC on the Paralytic Poison. I'll call for it. Go now. And wait, don't clear. Wait for the frontal. Clear. Oh, wait. It's going out. Clear now. Run in. Run a dose. Watch the puddle. Don't run through it. Stop DPS. Well, we are super fucking far ahead. So let's go on Acid Maw for a little bit here. Tanks are on the same signs. Acid Maw is moving. He's marked Skull. Actually, that's fine. Kill Dreadskill. Kill Dreadskill. I lied. Kill Dreadskill. Don't face swords. Okay, good. Snake Eyes. Get Gnarls up. Zap on if you have it. Watch the slime pool. Okay. Yeah, we get a frontal. It's fine. Shift, get Morta. Okay, can we Close? Can you DI Ire? Close DI Ire and take your Soulstone. Okay. Somebody pick up boss here. Good, it's on dose. This is gonna be terrifying. Be spread. Everyone be as spread as much as possible. Whoever gets hit by Paralytic Poison is basically just dead. We need to limit it as much as possible. Really good cohort. Melee, it's cursed. We just have to stay out. Stay spread. If you have an immunity, you can use it on Paralytic Poison. We have one more DI. Yeah, it's fine. No, we're just waiting for the next Paralytic supply. We have no need to get rid of it. Yeah. Who's it on? Let's dive instantly. Okay, it's fine. Numies. Okay, it's fine. We're still alive here. We should kill before I can get another one. Okay. So we're down to DPS, but it's still feasible. Ire, let's go to like green flare if we can with the boss. Big heals and Ire here. And melee super important here since we're down a couple healers. Max range. At all times, max range. If you got hit by that, you're too close. Max range. Big heals on the frozen people. Range, try to be spread throughout the room so we're not all getting hit by that. I'm going to try and coordinate a AM for the next one. We're getting a crash soon. Good. Okay, whoever he's targeting, be ready to run away. Everyone move away from Kolbos. If somebody gets hit, this is Trank Shot, but nobody should get hit. And then big damage here once he runs in. Big damage. Good time for CDs. And then we go back to the same spot once he's moving again. Mari, can you AM Frostrez? Fuck, it's too late. Okay, good, thank you. Mari, let's have you get the next one. Timer is not showing it. Hopefully it pops up soon. For the frontal, like I want to AM these with Frostress. Okay, crash here. Good, we're chilling. And get away from whoever he's targeting. Big damn. Okay, I believe he'll use it right after he comes out of his stun. Alright, looks like you still have your AM if you can frost res this. Good. Try to be spread here. Anticipate the breath. It's on the tank. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Okay. I feel like it was definitely facing somebody else. You might have been targeted by it last time though. Max range. Crash. Alright, should be the last one. Just don't get hit. shows Remington was targeted. I'm not really sure why. Okay, we're getting one more here. Kobos and Ire, both of you DSAC because of range. Go 3, 2, 1. Use it now. Finish the boss. GG's. Okay, so note for next time. We did so much fucking damage to that worm. Uh, we were like way further ahead than I thought we'd be, but that's okay. So that's good. Good problem to have. Rinse this up here. Jiraxis, this fight is turbo chill. Let me see here. Healers watch the debuff. Mages, Isles and Coldheart, you guys are slamming Spell Steal on the debuff. Big damn if you hit it. Casters, make sure you use non-primary School of Magic when you get targeted by the interrupt. Ire, when the Nether portal spawns, I want you to bring the boss next to it for cleave. And Zap, you're basically just always going to stay on Jiraxis for purges and interrupts. Okay. Yes, doses ads. We're gonna lust on pull here. It should still be up by the time the first portal spawns. It's fine if we get one ad, but we really want to avoid getting two. So once the portal comes up, make sure we hard swap to the portal. Okay, Parry Feast, people are asking for it. Thank you. I'm gonna start the RP now. Looks like most people are ready. It's a long RP, so you have plenty of time to get anything you need. You put one down, or you need one? Or is it on market? Okay. It's just that. By the way, for the boss spawn timer, I think it spawns like 1 second before the timer, just a heads up. Okay, I lied. Wow. Lust. Portal soon. It'll spawn off the left shoulder. And everyone swap. Okay. Just cleave the ad. Can focus the ad and cleave off. I want you to purge. Mages purge plus mage's spell seal. He gets 10 stacks per set, so slam purges. A little more prow damage on this mistress. Volcano spawning in about 10 seconds. Same deal. Everyone hard swap and nuke the volcano. Range GPS, nuke down the infernals. I believe you can stop or knock away there. Swap to it. It's up. Let's go. Nuke it down. Okay. I'll cover. No, let's keep pick up zapping you the chance. And Snake, can you get to Galahad up? Stay away from the inferno. Move from the inferno. Do not be in there. Shift, can you pick up debts? Okay, Infernal. The only way you die on Infernal is if you're standing in the AoE. You just move out of that. That's it. Zap's back on interrupt, so don't worry about it. Next portal soon. It's up. Over to portal and blast. Big damn. More damage on the portal. We're gonna hit second Mistress Spain. Okay, we got it. So prio damage on the mistresses here. Just cleave the boss. Colbo's DSAC. Okay, and back on boss. Volcano soon. We already swapped to it. Just focus boss. Focus boss. We'll be fine. IR DSAC. RI DSAC. GG's. Okay, get Rizzes out here. I'm gonna do the RP so we can see what faction guys are up against, so I can adjust the assignments. Just get Rizzes out as quickly as possible. So you died to a chain lightning. There's nothing you could have done to better to play that better. Don't worry, you're fine. Yep. Just have more health as the only option. Okay, PvP specs if you have them. If you don't, no stress. Oh, hype. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, fuck it. Your PvP specs are actually so much more valuable. So, at least the way we're doing the fight. So, okay, starting the RP. Please be over by Green Flare. Yes, we don't engage right away. You're fine. So, we do have Hungry and Cold, so Mora is gonna start the pool here, run in. We will, I guess, I don't know if you can use Hungry and Cold while bopped, so maybe just like IBF run in and slam it. I want priests, basically all of our priests and debts, you're gonna run in after the Hungry and Cold, give it like 3 seconds for them to use their trinkets, and then just slam fears. Basically put your fears on cooldown. We want to just basically to max DR and scatter the mobs as much as possible. Alright, so here's what we're looking at. So, Resto Druid. So that's a H-Pal, it looks like. And what's the third healer? Is it the shot? It looks like a shaman. Okay. So okay, let's talk about. I'm just gonna quickly go over these assignments real fast. So everyone, all the disc-based assignments, basically you're just kill target assignments. So the next, our first primary kill target is going to be the Resto Shaman. That is marked skull. Next is going to be Resto Druid, marked X, square. We have. I'll get back to that. I'll get back to that. Mm. Maybe. Okay. So quick signs. Everyone in the discrete sign moves down to Arsham. Mort, you're not going to be an Arsham. You're going to be juggling the DK with Plague. Now DKs, Dose and Gal, I believe you two are familiar with this, but basically what that you two being on one of these guys implies that you want to at the start of the pull. So I mean, Mort, you have another assignment, so you'll be doing this right away. But for example, Dose and Gala on the pull, chain grips as far as you can. Like you want to bring your mob to Green Flare if possible, like as far away from the raid, and use chains. And basically, the two of you are just going to kite that mob indefinitely. Use your chains to juggle it and try to keep it away as much as possible. The DK hits pretty damn hard, and the warrior will do a whirlwind. This way, the rest of the raid doesn't have to think about it. But for the raid, if the warrior ever comes near you and starts spitting, run away. And this is just a general rule of thumb for all the mobs. If anything attacks you, just run away. It's not worth just sitting there and taking the damage. So that's fine. Tingle, you're responsible for the rest of Druid. Kicks, fears, banishing everything until the rest shaman is dead. Then I'll become our kill target. Debts, I'm moving you. But actually, we do have the H-Pal, so you're still in the H-Pal, that's fine. There's no Ret Paladin, so Snake Eyes, I'm moving you to Warlock. I'll just do this. So you're gonna help CC Warlock with Peridotto. And it's just basically you're just cycloning as much as possible put on DR and then use it again once it comes off DR. But there's no enhanced shaman, so Gnarls, I'm moving you to. By the way, Schwangi's Hunter 2. I don't know why I didn't label that. Tamer, I need you to have aim shot. Hope you have it. Schwangi, Gnarls, you're gonna be CCing the Moonkin with Numi. And that should be everything. Oh, this is mislabeled. Okay. Basically, as we're going through this kill order, if we kill a mob, so for example, once we kill the Resto Shaman, okay, that's a bad example. Once we kill the Resto Druid, Tingle, then you just start DPSing. After we've arrived at your assignment, you just join the DPS as a kill target. If you're not listed on here, you're just DPSing the main target, which is going to be Scald for starters. That's pretty much it. This is just a big assignment fight. Anyone have any questions? You will help, but you get to that after. So run it hungry and cold, then you're gonna run out basically as far away as possible and then grip your red. So your grip will be like 5-10 seconds late, and that's fine. Just press here hungry and cold, then you go to cutting. Yeah, so I put that down with like the idea that as a Shadow Priest kind of doing damage, you're also going to pay attention to the buffs that they have. Like, for example, the Resto Druid will put Haas on people that need to get dispelled. Their Shaman will Bloodlust, which needs to get dispelled. So those types of things I want you to look for. More so than like defensive dispels, I want our healers paying attention to defensive dispels to poisons, etc. Zap that's by the way have tremor, um, uh, and tanks are not in tank spec. That's good. Uh, blocks are good to bop. Any squishy class are good bop targets. And we will lust shortly after pull. Yeah, Tingle's right. I wouldn't just slam MDs, but basically, if you notice that one of the mobs has a hot on it, that's like just quickly dispel it off. That's something I want you looking out for toxic. Um, nothing really comes to mind. Just we will. I guess it becomes a case of we can't use it right away, which is unfortunate. Let's stick back to our. We'll go back to the bop fears on pull, just so we have a way to engage. And once you have enough rune power, just slam it, basically. So, mine, you've done it before. Let's have you boots and bop fear on pull. I still want the priests and debts chaining the fear. And that should give you enough leeway to just use it. Okay. Mort, let me know when you're good. Um, there's like a million things going on in this fight. So important thing is that everyone is paying respect to their own assignments. The only things I'm going to call are kill targets and desacks. So and Mario, let's have you bot mine on the pool. Good. Okay. Timer's up. Let mine go in. Everyone follow. In we go. Less. Colobos. Desac. Kill the totems. Kill the totems. Mari, Desac. Good knocks. Kick Hellfire? Anyone? Good. Super important, our Warlock and Druid, we don't want to let that Hellfire go off. Good job. Alright, we're going to the Druid next. X. We are on to X. X is out in the middle of the room, head over. Make sure we're using stuns. Full VR is good. All the stops. Keep things spread. IR, can you desack now? Good knots. Nice, we're going to the H-Pal. We're looking for square. Mark skull now. We're on to skull. Can we mass spell the paladin? Good. We appreciate that. Your reaction time is fire. Love that. Rogue next. Rogue next. Rogue next. Can't find the rogue. Rogue is marked skull. You can bright swap, it should be fine. We're spread out enough. We have enough spare kicks. And we go Hunter next. On to New Skull. New Skull. Paladins, you can just slam D-Sack whenever you think it's a good time to. Most things are dead at this point. We go Warrior's already dead. Cool. Warrior. Finish it off. Nice. And let's go Shadow Priest next. Mark Skull. After Shadow Priest, we'll go DK and then finish Blaster off. DK, Mark Skull. For your DKs from Kite Prison. Warlock. Great to see, guys. And Mooney. Chilling. All right, back to normal specs. Okay, real bosses. Here we go. Oh, I see what you mean, Kolbos. Yeah, I agree. That's confusing. Let's change that. Okay, so important thing of this fight is different people have different rules, and you basically need to know what to do for each one of 4 abilities. And I've written out in the sheet. Everyone is going to be dark attuned apart from 4 people. Dose, our 2 hunters, and Toxic Priest. They're basically them plus Ire are going to act as soakers for the next spot. I'm just going to start the mechanic here, or the boss. So we can see the portals. Rem, you're healing. Sorry, I'll put you in. Soakers, it's really important to try and position yourselves around the raid. You really want to, it's like imperative that you prevent any light orbs from reaching the raid. How easy this fight will be is largely dependent on how well you 5 can fulfill your role. Tanks, you're pretty much not moving. The only time you'll ever move is if you want to sidestep to grab an orb or something. That's fine, but otherwise you're kind of in those positions. Iron Dose, you're gonna have both your mobs pretty much stacked on top of each other so we can cleave, but you yourselves want to be positioned far away so you can cover kind of more area for those orbs. Yes, you are dark attuned to tanking Lightbane. And what that means for you is if I want you also soaking light orbs to prevent them from getting in the raid, but it's going to do damage to you. But that's intentional. You're a tank. You can live through that. Let all the dark through. You don't care about dark. You don't need it. Yeah. Yeah. So for you, soaking the light is good. You have even more merit to doing it. But regardless, you fill the same role. Now, hunters and Toxic Priest, the one you just are slamming Darkbane the entire fight. In fact, basically, that's literally all you do. The only time you have to think about anything is during Dark Vortex. Hunters need to deterrence. Shadow Priest needs to dispersion. That's it. As long as you do that, you will be and soak the orbs. That's all you have to think about. Everyone else. So there's 4 different big events that we need to be mindful of and we kind of need to plan for. Light Shield is the easiest one. It'll appear on Lightbane, which is the mob we're already attacking. Just keep slamming Lightbane. Without any cooldowns, we should break it and no problem, okay? Dark Vortex is also the easy Vortex. We don't do anything. The only people that have to think about anything are our Paladins with AMs and DSACs. For the first Vortex, Mari, it's going to be your AM plus whatever is the correct color. So if it's Dark Vortex, you're doing AM Shadow. If it's Light Vortex, you're doing AM Fire. You have to think about that. And Kolbos just slams DSAC. For the next Vortex, Kolbos, it'll be easier for you because you'll know it'll be the other one. So you can plan ahead into AM whatever, and then Mori just uses DSAC. We shouldn't get a third Vortex. If we do, just keep repeating. Biggest concern here is the Dark Shield. Everyone needs a hard swap to Darkbane despite the damage loss. For this first couple pulls, I don't want anyone swapping their attunement. Just tab target, we pop Lust, and blast the boss. We're going to see how much damage you do with with just Lust. I want cooldowns on pulls, so that's you don't have to worry about holding them. Let's see what that looks like. And then Light Vortex is going to be a big raid move. So we'll have to click on the light portal. We'll be stacked over by a green flare. Right before Light Vortex finishes channeling, you want to swap your attunement to Light. After it finishes channeling, everyone's going to run and clear their attunement. Ire, once everyone starts running, I want you to desack. This is actually a pretty scary part of the fight. As we're running, you need to be mindful not to run into orbs, or in particular, not to the wrong colored orbs. Okay? If you run into the wrong one, it does a lot of damage to you and damage to everyone else, and we can't really afford to fall behind there. But as long those are the 4 mechanics, if we can do those correctly, this fight these bosses will fall over. It's just a matter of doing those mechanics correctly. So, anyone have any questions? Correct. Yeah. And to clarify, that's why I've specified to our soakers to let the dark orbs through. Once you reach 100 stacks, you get a 100% damage buff that lasts 20 seconds, which is humongous. So we want that to happen. But the opposite ones, turbo bad. And don't get it confused. When you swap portal attunement for the vortex, the light vortex, don't go running into dark orbs. Right? So you gotta be mindful of what attunement you have at any given point. Everyone is dark. Yeah. And we're all gonna be stacked up. So basically you just stack with melee. Literally everyone that's dark is stacked on top of each other. And I guess also worth mentioning, in case it's unclear, if you want to DPS the opposite colored mob. So if you're dark attunement, you're DPSing Lightbane, you get a turbo big damage buff. The only exception is when we need to break the dark shield, where we'll swap and take the damage loss in order to break the shield. I don't know who can do that. Lightbane. Yep. Yes, thank you. Yes. We don't want shadow res. Click off your shadow res. No shadow res aura. The reason for it is dark orbs will give you more stacks based on the damage it would have otherwise done if you were the opposite color. So if you don't have shadow res, it would do more damage. In theory, you get more stacks. The only time we want any shadow res is during the dark vortex, but we have that covered by AM. So no, we don't want priest buffs here. Yes. Okay. All right, everyone is ready. Let's get it. Pull timer is going up. Correct. Pull timer's up now. Let's get it. Threat modifiers on Ire here. Threat will be a big question mark here. So dose, I want you more on like green flare if you see that. Just dose, Ire, I don't want you moving. Yes, like this. You are a fortress protecting us. Shift, pick up Shuang. Light orb's coming to the right. Just avoided it. Good. Shuang attunes and runs back out. Keep him up. Good. We're getting our first special ability soon here. Just DPS. Just keep DPS the same mob. That's all you have to do. Let an orb go through. You can kick once you break the shield. That's how that works. All right, Zap, that's you. We're holding lust for the dark shield. Snake, pick up Tamer. Next special ability in 3 seconds here. light vortex. Everyone click on the light portal. Click on it. Good. Are we just sitting? And we run. IRD sec. Everyone interact with the other card portal. Do not touch balls. This is a good time for boots, movement abilities, and you run back. Um, don't use it. Don't use it. Don't use it. We can use battle res. It's fine. Purple, pick up mine. Yeah, try to move out of the way of the light orbs. This is Dark Vortex. This is Soakers use immunities. Cool. Let's... Yeah, so we get Dark Shield next. Oh, let's just die and go again. You run in, go run to the wrong colored orb. Hit the orbs. Everyone hit orbs. Yes. Do you, so, I mean, maybe I should clarify this, but Tamer, Schwangy, and Toxic, you guys see the image, right? I assumed I want you kind of filling those areas. And in general, I don't want you kind of deviating from them too much. Like, I don't want you running across the map to grab a light orb. Basically, just pick whatever is near. And a lot of soaker deaths were mainly just from hitting the different wrong colored orbs. That's fine, and you just learn to deal with that. One sec. Yeah, so it looks like dot. So let's just be mindful of range then. Otherwise, the rest of that was pretty smooth. The good job using boots and getting to swapping from light to dark after the light vortex. We have yet to see the dark shield, which is probably the most difficult check. But we're not going to change anything about our strat. I want to see how we deal with it without anything crazy. Yes, but not lust. Everything but lust. Yep. Yeah. But that plus I'm going to look at logs and see who's not damaging the red ad. So make sure you're damaging the red ad. Because I guarantee there's going to be people DPS to the wrong ad. I mean, it's you see Dark Shield, it's simple. You just tab and hit the other mob. That's all. Spawning the ads in. Just whenever Ira's ready. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, please do not shadow prot priests, whoever's doing it. Click off your shadow prot if you have it, and we go. Bullies, but no lust. Light orb. Dose that light orb that just went past you. Ideally, I want you to grab that. Like, that's kind of your range. See that orb? Good. Nice. We're getting hit by a lot of orbs here. Special abilities in 3. Now let's pick up Shuang. Light Vortex. Don't take the B-Res till after. Click on the light portal. Click on the light portal. Okay, Darkbane a little bit. And Boots and Swap. Watch your orbs. Whoever just ran past fucking 9 Dark Orbs, you cannot do that. Good recovery. As long as we're not getting orb damage, this is sustainable. Dark Vortex. This is Soakers. Use your abilities, Dispersion, Deterrence, etc. Alright, so we're getting one of the 2 shields next. It'll either be light or dark. If it's light, we continue DPSing Lightbane. If it's dark, everyone swaps to Darkbane. And it will be with Lust. Just say mob. We're not doing anything crazy. Just keep hitting Fuel Lightbane. Alright, that means the next one will be dark. Because we know this, Zap, I want you to lust 5 seconds before the ability goes out, so we can, like, ramp. If we get a couple more dark orbs in here, we get a big damage buff soon, which will help. Lust now. Be ready to swap. Hard swap. Blast. Everything. All of your abilities. Empowered. That helps. Beautiful timing. Okay, missed the heal. That's fine. Go back to Lightbane. Did we beat the DPS check? I mean, anyone can get that, right? It doesn't have to be you. Yeah, so pull's still live. Just play it out. Yep. We can get any one of the 4 abilities. Just be mindful. Dark Shield swap. I need a couple DPS to swap Portal Attunements. And hit this. Or we don't have the damage. It's fine. We have 20 other people in kick. Yeah. Okay, we have to die. Too many. Run into a ball. Are you sure? Are you sure? Like, I feel like we just didn't meet the check. Otherwise, somebody would have kicked it. Okay. But that's a fight. I mean, every other race we did everything else well, so. Run back. I mean, I guess we might have been able to just fucking nuke the boss, but I think it is worth just actually learning this, because if we're trying to get tribute runs done and we don't get that lineup, I mean, we're just like not gonna kill it, right? So let me see here. So Toxic Prayer, you did very little damage during that burn. As somebody that has the light essence, you should be near the top. Now I understand you're running around soaking balls, but you definitely need more damage from you. Uh, quite a few people down low. I mean, it was our first time seeing it. I don't think I'm gonna be too aggressive here with it, but just make sure you guys swap. And you know, it's Dark Shield. That's like the best case scenario because we know Dark Shield is happening, and we're not always gonna get that lineup. So we're gonna swap on a dime. Spawning the add in and ready check. Okay, full timer's up. Oh, no, you're fine. First special ability in 5 seconds. Alright, it's Light Shield. We just keep DPS in the same mob. This is chill. Holo, I don't know if that had to be a minute Fat Finger. Okay. Next special ability in 2 seconds. Dark Vortex. This is Soakers. Use your personals. Live. So we're getting either Light Vortex or Dark Shield next. Either one requires a reaction from the raid. Damage buff. That's nice. Dark Shield. Really good timing. Blast this ad. Got it. Easy. All right. We have one last ability in this boss size. Yeah. So. Yeah. We're Dark Vortex for now, but I'll call for the swap. We probably kill before we need to. Oh, also, maybe Calc, I don't know if you already knew about this, but if you, like, during Dark Shield, if you Blade Flurry the light ad, your full Blade Flurry damage goes on the other ad. So you can, like, DPS through the Dark Shield, which is kind of dope. Just happened to line up because Sugolons came up, but... A little 3-tap of twins. I'll take that. Lots of time for a noob. Love it. Dude, we actually, that's like, it feels good to kill a boss, man. That's like so annoying. Also, I'm gonna do the RP. Because like, we killed that Dark Shield as our 2 minutes came back up, and with the Empowered Darkness. So there was like, we killed that shit so fast. It's like, damn, that's awesome. But can we do that? Can we like replicate that without that super good lineup? I mean, probably, but uh, I'm gonna let's rip a quick break during this RP. Yep, sure. Okay. Healers, just be mindful that I'm on the assumption that everyone has the Foji pack, or at least has that uh add-on that Mori listed. Giving you numbered assigns. So this is for phase 3. I have beacon assigns, and both paladins are gonna be watching Penetrating Cold 1. It's kind of like just to do while you're keeping the tanks up. Rem, you're solely responsible for assign for number 2. Snake and Perry, can you set the groups back to what was in the sheet if you can? Thanks. And then Snake has 3-4. Rem has 4. Or sorry, I have Rem twice. Mine has 4-5. These groups can be really wonky. The way they will be the way they are is to try and set every group up with a passive healing type of effect. This way, we shouldn't need heals on our DPS outside of the ticking leeching swarm damage. It might not work out perfectly. Some classes might take slightly more damage than they regen through these buffs, but let's operate on the assumption that it will heal enough. And if we find there isn't quite enough healing, we'll make adjustments from there. That's what it should do, yes. And you will be responsible for stat number. Holy fuck, that's my bad. One sec. Isn't right. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this away, the stops. Basically, Iron Debts, you guys are responsible for stopping your ad's casts of the Shadow Strike. Iron can Holy Wrath, Debts can Shockwave. I'm gonna have for the facing the boss right now, Gala is going to grip down an orb to the back left leg. Tamer, you're going to be responsible for killing it. Well, Tamer and Gala, basically. You want to kill it at the right spot. Schwengi and Plague are going to be doing the same thing, but for the orb on the right side of the boss. Or the boss's back right foot. I've talked about TKs, so you should have a good idea of where I want that to go. For phase 2, I have some bop assigns. I'm actually going to add this to my notes so I can call it out. But I want Mari bopping the first pursued target. Ira's going to bop the second. Kolos is going to bop the third. And No. Yeah, so you're going to wait till a noob is close. Then send it. Ideally, if you get pursued, you want to delay as long as possible. Run away as long as possible. Use your boots, any movement. Then we want to go into bop. Sit in that bop, and then hit into the frost patch with like 3 to 4 seconds left in the bop is generally safe. No, you don't click it off. You just run into the frost patch at like 3 or 4 seconds left. What's up? So you want to grip the orb as soon as you can. You may not be able to do it right away. The orbs hover above the arena and float around. So you need, if it's not near you, you might have to wait for the orb in order to float closer to you before you grip it down. Yeah. I want to say 15, 20 seconds in. That's actually, I don't think, I'm going to say no, but that actually reminds me of something. I'm going to put MD assigns. I don't want rogues having to run out and grab the ads. It's just a waste of time. So Tamer, you're on the left. I'm going to assign you to left MD, left ads to Ire. Schwangi MD right ads to Dex. Yeah, east and right, the same thing. Thank you. That's my bad. Let's swap these around. Okay, so then in that case, oh my, oh, this is, what to say, oh, I'm just getting so fucking tripped up right now. Jesus Christ. That's why. Okay. Hunters, a sign should be good. Tamers getting left adds to debts, and Chinese getting right adds to iron. Right or east, left or west. Everyone was ready. There's nothing else I really want to talk about. For the ads, basically just cleave the shit. We're not gonna I don't want any prior damage unless I call for it. And we'll see what that looks like. Oh, one last thing I didn't mention. Dose. About 6 to 8 seconds before the boss submerges, I need you to pull the boss out, and you're gonna drag over to like green flare. Basically, you want to pull away from the frost patches because we don't want those to break. Okay. I have no idea what this guy's aggro radius is, so we're just gonna run in. We're gonna pull timer up. Yes, we will plan for that. Ads are spawning now. Good job on the right orb. Kill it, please. And kill left orb. Good job. Really good. Tanks, try to bring your ads as close as possible to the boss without them being over the frost patch so we can cleave. That's pretty good. Interrupt. Good. Yours are a little bit far if you can bring them a bit closer. Okay. Oh, that's my bad. You were fine. I was looking at debts when I was saying bring them closer. Yeah. No, I told you. That's so weird. Okay, new ads are spawning here. Our tank's gonna get fucking slapped. Can we just hard DPS the ads? Otherwise, we're gonna. Alright, tanks are dead. Just dying again. Yeah, it's tripped. Dose, just something I want you to think about. Ideally, I don't really want you moving the boss too much, but the boss needs to be further back. So either the DKs need to place their frost patches closer to the boss's center, or if you notice that they're far back like that, you want to try and push the boss backwards a little bit. Because the problem we ran into there is that a lot of the melee cleave couldn't reach because the frost patches were too far back. So, yeah. Yes. All right, awesome about the weak aura. Tango, that's fine. I don't want any prio damage. We're gonna hopefully with better positioning, this pull will be okay. Okay, good to know. What can be helpful, Tamer and Shuang, since I have you on orbs, is basically when the fight starts, just like slamming a couple orbs that look like they're close, bring them to like half health, just that when they do get gripped, they die a bit faster. Depending on the timing, I might end up swapping other ranged on, but I think I like kind of the hunter's damage profile for handling it, so I'm going to leave it as is right now. Let me actually add for spiders. I don't want full on AoE. Like I don't want seed, but for example, warlocks multi-dotting, feel free. Shadow priest multi-dotting, like anything that is will increase your damage, that it doesn't just totally take away from your single target. Do. Let's just plan for that for now. It's ready. Okay, full timer's going up. Looks like we can get a lot closer. Uh, Mort, can you grip down another orb if possible? No, we're just dead, yeah. It's dying again. What happened, Plague? Okay. Uh, Another thing actually I thought of, Dose, think about where you were tanking the boss last time. See if you can tank closer to the entrance of the room. So instead of sort of maybe running through the boss, maybe kind of like you meet him part way and then turn around, it makes it a little bit easier for the DKs to grip down an orb towards the boss, if that makes sense. Just because the pat is like, I'm not sure how far in it goes. Also, run back, run back, run back, run back. Everyone move up. Come to like green flare. Boss is in pull. Start closer. Ice dose. Really good frost patches. Really, really fucking good. Job, DKs. Good time for sappers if you have them. These are interrupts. Little more prow damage on ads. We're getting a new set of ads here soon. Look at high ads. Help out. New ads spawning now. These ads we're going to full on ignore, just single target boss until we're dragging out for submerge. Alright, Dose, you're heading out now. Do not run through the frost or you'll be slowed, but get out. Everyone look at ads. Just kill ads. Super important here, do not kite a noob through these frost patches. We cannot break these. Range DPS, I want you to break the other frost orbs on the room. It's on Tamer. Gotta be mine. Okay, oh, we'll talk about that after. Yeah. Toxic's running away. We broke. Holy shit. Okay. It's on Mari. So Mari, you're gonna run Boots' kite as long as you can. You want to bop yourself whenever you have the chance, if you have it up. The other two frost orbs we need to nuke down back where the original ones were. There should be 2 left. Yep. Okay, Snake's kiting. Do not kite through yet. Okay, well, we'll talk about this after. So we are turbo dead. Just die as fast as you can, and we're gonna everyone go run into the shit. He's emerging soon though. You don't have much time. Okay. I'll talk about it. It'll be easier to explain with like a visual, so I'll just get people to hop my stream here. Yes, sir. No. No, I think we have the damage where we don't need to. We won't need it. Yep. Yeah, I'm aware. No, no stress, man. We're fine. I'm gonna stay dead though, so somebody's gonna res me because I get this set up. Okay. Once you're back and alive, hop on my stream. Okay, so here's the issue. These frost patches, okay, we're dropping these 2 down at the start of the fight, pretty much like inside a noob right on his back legs. DK's the position of the frost orbs last time, perfect. And hunters, good job killing them, really, really good. We want to do that exact same thing every pool. That doesn't change. What we do need to change here is a couple things. Dose, I don't want you running here for when the boss is about to submerge. The problem is that, let's say we have DPS killing these 2 ads. If we have a melee over here and they get targeted, you know, they have to run a long ways to avoid the boss, Noob, right, chasing, not going through the frost tomb while he's submerged. So instead, Dose, I want you running basically like over here. This way, if one of these melee gets targeted, we have all of this room to work with. Now this does mean maybe you need more time to get out. So why don't we plan for like 12 seconds? You head out. Now I said don't run through the frost patch because you get slowed. So what that looks like for you as the blood decay, just like run through and then piece it over here. Is what I think would probably work best. And when you run, all the other DPS just look at the ads. So that's one thing. This way we'll make it such that we don't get DPS just instantly breaking these 2. You could avoid with better positioning, sure, but I think the easiest thing is just to have the tank go to a different spot. So that's one thing. Now, the reason we don't want to break these 2 frost patches is because we're specifically setting this positioning up such that we can cleave the ads while DPSing the boss. In that last pull, when we broke these 2 and we had 2 more that were like way over here, right? The problem is that our tanks are gonna have to tank these ads on the frost patches so that they don't, you know, barrow down. And we can't just put them all in one frost patch because they have this aura that like buffs the other mobs, which is why we have them spread out. So you don't have to think too hard about like, but basically our tanks are getting absolutely slammed if we have more than 2 in one frost patch. So this isn't going to work, right? Because the final phase is like a burn phase. We need also DPS spiders, just don't have these being spread out isn't going to work. So instead, during the submerge phase, all of our range DPS, now this isn't going to work for all raid teams, but I think it'll be fine for ours because I think we have enough damage. Basically, I want all of our range DPS just drop these things. Maybe there'll be one like here, and there's going to be one like here, and there's going to be one over here. Just drop, nuke them down, and they'll fall wherever they land. And we're then going to go on our bop assignments, right? So I said I want Mari getting first bop, Iris getting second, Cole's getting third. I'm going to try and call this out better because I didn't do that very well last time because they happen so fast. But let's say Tamer gets targeted first, right? And so we get Dose drops dude over here, and Noob's now over here, and he's submerged. Okay, Tamer gets targeted, right? Tamer's over here. What Tamer wants to do is try and kite this out as long as possible, and this boss is going to accelerate. So maybe he goes like around here. He's accelerating. Oh, it's going around. He like slides behind here. Who knows if he can pull off that crazy shit, right? Eventually, this dude's going to be faster than Tamer. That's when we want the bop, right? And then Tamer's going to plant himself right outside this Frost Nova. Wait for the bop to reach about 4 seconds and run in. Now, that's ideal. It might not work out that way. If we have it where Tamer just fucking beelines it to this thing and a noob runs in, that's okay. With the strat we're doing, we don't have to be super precise about kiting a noob forever. So just prioritize living. If you have to break a frost patch, that's fine. Or like break it early, that's okay. But you cannot break these two. Cannot. So hopefully that's clear. But that's pretty much the only thing we need to do differently. You have any questions? All right. All right, let's get some pulls in. Good call. Good call. Good call. Ready, check, and let's go. Full timer is long because I need a food buff. Good job with the patches. Yeah, Springer is slightly closer. Yeah, take your time with it. You're good there. Look at high ads. We get new ads in 10 seconds. Help with DPS. New ad spawning now. Okay, Dose, you're heading out now. See you later. Everyone else, look at ads. That one might submerge. Okay, so it's on Remington first. So Rem, you're gonna bait as long as you can. Range, drop down the frozen orb so Rem has somewhere to go. Range, kill the frozen orbs. Mari, okay, that's fine. For future reference, Rem, I'd avoid going back there. Can we bop Rem? Rem, just stay back there and you're gonna die. We're gonna res you. You're kind of in a cursed spot. I don't want you to break it. Don't run closer to the frost patches. No, don't do that. Stay back. Okay. Snake. Ah, it's cursed. Can we put a frost orb back in the spot? We still have one up. Maybe? Can we put it back in the... Good job, Cold Heart. You just lay as long as possible. It's on Zapsky. That should be Colo, yeah. We die and go again. Just die as fast as possible. So, okay. No, it's Rem, I'm glad you did what you did. At least it's an example of what not to do. So the problem with running behind the boss is it makes it really difficult for the next person who gets chained to not run into the two frost patches. So you want to stay behind, like at the back of the room. Think back to the image I just drew. You don't want to go like past those front two frost patches. Otherwise, it makes it cursed for the next person. And then we start. I mean, it just kind of cascades, right? We fall behind on call it some shit for bops because it's like moving fast as fuck. I'm back here. Also worth mentioning that if somebody dies while being pursued, the speed won't reset. It'll only reset if you run through a patch. So unfortunately, the die strat was good, but everyone would have had to get to a wall, which I didn't anticipate. That could be fine. You would need the bot to come after the ice block. So basically, the problem with you ice blocking early is that you would you still need to run into the frost patch, right? So you'd have to get the bot during your ice block so you can then not die while the dude's pursuing you. I wouldn't worry about ice block. I don't think we should need it. Like, don't try to get too fancy with it. But yes, you do want to kite as long as possible before going in. And then the paladin that hopefully there's a paladin. Well, we should have one paladin that has their bop up, and they want to time their bop. They don't want to just use it on you immediately. They want to wait until it's you're getting close and then slam it. So Pallies, you're just kind of hunting down the target and choosing the best time to use it. Meanwhile, all this is going on. I know Ire has a Bob assigned, so maybe he's probably not going to be super active tanking, but Dose, you're just picking up the little guy, or Dose and Dance, you're just picking up the little guys around the room and trying to pick them up as best as possible. It's pretty easy to telegraph where somebody might go, and assuming we do the mechanic correctly, remember a noob's speed is gonna reset every time he hits a frost patch. So it's not like when it breaks, you're like, oh fuck, I'm gonna get hit immediately. You have time. You are way faster than him right after a swap. So if you're a paladin and your assignment's up next, I highly encourage you just follow your target. There should never really be range issues as long as we're doing the mechanic correctly and the person doesn't die. Then it can kind of get sus, but. No, no. It's not the person that's running away, it's their job to kite as best as possible, not for them to look out for paladins. If plus if you're not gonna get a bot, just fucking run it. Yeah, again, as Mario pointed out, we don't have to be too fancy. Like if you're out in Narnia and there's nobody close to you, just kite in. It's not the end of the world. Yeah. Warlocks, I want you to I'll let you know when. Oh, that one's. Can we get another grip on the orb? Any other DK? We need another orb in. Don't move, boss. Can we there's another orb above the raid right now. Can we get more or someone? Anyone? Mark skull. Okay, we good. We got one down. Drag those ads closer, and we need everyone hard focus ad. Yeah, hard focus ads. Turbo focus ads. New ads coming in. One ad needs to go over. Good. All right, dose is heading out, and everyone just look at ads. Range GPS, break the rest of the orbs in the room. Try to grip them away from these ones if you can. It's on Calc. Calc's kiting. Do not bop Calc. He's chilling. All right, Mari, if you can get him now, do it. And then just sit with that. Really good Calc. Running at 4. Awesome. Okay, this one might be quick. Be mindful of your positioning. It's on dose. Try to cut as long as possible. It's probably going to break early. Don't stress too much about it. Nice. Ire, can you get dose? Really good. Now dose, be ready to run into a frost patch. You want to run in with 4 seconds left on bot. Awesome. The last person that gets targeted by this ability, you could probably just kite indefinitely. You don't have to run into a frost patch. It's up to you. It doesn't really matter. It's on Tingle. Okay, broke it. That's fine. Boss is emerging in 2 seconds. Coming up 3, 2, 1. Now we're joining back to our original positions. Zap, I need you to use Lust. We need damage. All CDs on boss. We need to beat this. Get it 30% before the next phase. Good call. Fine. Turbo focus ads. They'll die to cleave. New ad spawning in 2 seconds. Hunters, you ready? We gotta do 12% damage in 20 seconds. Dets is down. Ire, can you DP and taunt those ads? Kick ads. Okay. Okay. Everyone stand in a noob and die. Go again. That first wave was kind of rough. I was hoping for like a range taunt or something. Gotcha. So yeah, that time less good with the grip, but just gotta get used to and get better at. Would it help to have more damage? We could put more people on like assigned to like helping DPS it down. Not really sure if there's any feedback on that regard. The orbs at the beginning, putting them in good places. If not, let me just run back. Yeah. What? Yeah, really good. Good point. We have both a Holy Priest and a Disc Priest, so we have lots of externals. Feel free to call for help if you need. If you can call for a Pain Slip, call for a GS. Hand of Sack even. Lots of tools in our kit. How long does nature dot last? It's what? It increases. What does it do? Uh, I mean, is it? Yeah, I don't see that being an issue. I'd much rather us use these externals than not. It's gonna be really difficult for me to tell as a when our tanks need the help though, because you both have your own defensives. So it would be really awesome if you could call for like specific abilities when you need it, like paints up duds or GSI or just fucking rip it. Let me know if you're good. Okay. Full timer is going up. Long one. Good question, Mari. I'm not sure. I'll look into that after this poll. Um, Snake pickup Numi. Warlock Seed. And look at high ads. Any ads with high health? New ads spawning now. DPS boss as long as possible. Let tanks deal with ads. And dose get out. Alright, now look at ads. And submerge. Range DPS, bring down the orbs in the room, please. It's on shift. Shift, do not run through these. Shift, please, no. Shift. Oh, that's good. We can use those two. Do not break these two. We have to run to the back ones if we can. Okay. I just die. Everyone die. I don't want to fucking deal with it. Just go again. It's gonna be cursed. And when I called for that last time, it hasn't worked. Just die. Die, 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 die. We've tried that like the past few pulls and we just haven't been able to get it, so I'm not gonna bother. Just die. I just want to make sure. So, I clearly, I guess it's some people still aren't aware of why we don't want to break those two not by the boss, or maybe they just weren't aware. Is everyone? I need us to be on the same page. If anything's unclear about why we don't want to break those, or just the fact that we're not supposed to break those, please ask. I just make sure everyone's on the same page. We can't keep having wipes to, you know, breaking those two frost orbs. We've done that a couple times now. Let's go. Let's wipe something else. Or that. Um, I'm gonna call for seeds a little bit earlier. I think it's really good if we can not have single target DPS peel off a noob. Just puts us in a better DPS spot for after this first emerge. So I'm gonna call for like AoE earlier. Probably like 20 seconds to the next emerge. Fair. I know. I guess I'll reiterate what Shuangi said. I know the previous poll was a little bit scuffed, but that last poll, the uh, west side or left side frost patch DK that was assigned to that was. Let's see here. Gala. Your orb is a little bit far. Try to grip it a bit closer. If that means you need to wait longer, that's fine. Um, However, you can kind of make that happen. You ideally want to be a little bit closer to the boss. Okay, full timer is going up. Really good left orb or left patch. Really good right patch. Nice. Dose, you'll just change your positioning such that you are on an angle. Awesome. Really, really good. Kick. Uh, Look at the stacks on the ads. Okay, it's fine. Warlock Seed. A little bit of late call, but our DPS is pretty good. Can we B-res debts? We got submerged, we can live with it. Awesome. Let's pop off some debts we can. New ads coming up. Yeah. Okay, use a defense. I already have a defensive. I already have a defensive. Okay, it's fine. Everyone look at ads. Debts, I want you to taunt. Debts or Ire, taunt the ad when it comes up, and we're going to paint up whoever gets it. It's on debts, paints up debts. On range DPS, bring down some orbs. Nice. You can use that orb to the right there. That's fine. Sit over that bot. Really good. Everyone else killing this guy. Range DPS, bring some more orbs down. Good job. Make sure we don't break the other two. Careful of our positioning here. It's on Snake next. I believe Ire has this buff. Cool. That's fine. Yeah. Next up, good one in the back here to get. It's on Mort. Or you can run straight into this one. The merge is soon. Don't need to worry about being fancy with it. And emerges in 5 seconds. Don't be near boss. Let the spikes go out. And emerge now. We bring back in position. No. Our DPS is better. We should have plenty of time here. Make sure we kill these ads for the next set. We have plenty of time. New ads in 8 seconds. New ad spawning now. All right, we want a single target boss here. Big down. We need a push. 3%. Oh, that was so early. Yeah. Okay, let's fight. We don't have orbs to live this. Just run to the spikes. Yeah. Um, Gotcha. No, they just rip CDs on rip your coolies on cooldown, basically. Like I'm debating using lesson P1 just to ensure we only get the one submerge. It'll make our phase 3 much harder, but at least it allows us to prog it. So let's just run that back. If anyone else is of the same mindset, no, you just slam your CDs when they're up, so we can have. Really, it's kind of a juggling game, which is fun. We want to maximize our single target, without flying behind ads. So like in that last instance, we were probably a little bit ahead of ad damage. So maybe the warlocks that were seeding, delay those seeds by like 2 or 3 casts or something like that, right? Yeah, placement was super good. There, I was a little concerned. I think right at the beginning, one Shadow Strike went off, and I think it was getting buffed from the other side. So having the ads that close is really good, but tanks, you need a little bit cautious that you don't bring them too close, such that their aura starts buffing the ads on the other side. If that happens, the cast time increases and they start swinging much quicker. On Gala. Alright, let's go. Also, let's make our group up spot way closer. Now that we've learned where he aggroes. Kill the second orb, please. Nice. Dose might need to do a slight adjust to kind of centralize yourself. Otherwise, good. You're fine there. Nice. Ads, or tanks, if you can maybe bring those to the edge of your frost barrier. Nice, that's better. All right, we need some AoE seeds. New ad spawning here now. Good job. Perfect ad damage. And Odos, get out now. Range, keep blasting a new Barak. And keep blasting, melee look at ads. Once the new Barak submerges, range look at orbs in the sky. Okay, start bringing down orbs. Try to put them in good places, away from these two, preferably. Tamer's up first. Mari, it's your bop whenever you think it's a good spot. Good. Ire's next. Whenever he thinks it's a good spot. Everyone else, be mindful of where the spikes are. It's on Kolbos next. Do not get run over. Everyone be cautious of the spikes. That's fine. And we're going to get one more we need to worry about. Okay, it's emerging in 2 seconds here. You're fine, just hang out. And boss comes up now. Everyone swap the boss. Big move from boss. Big move. Our damage is about 4% better than last time. Stop there, Dose. Really good. Great positioning here. Big single target slamming. We're way ahead of ad damage right now. Passive cleave and slam a noob. We missed a Shadow Strike. Yeah, but look. No, it didn't interrupt when we went through. That's fine. Finish off the last two ads on Ire's side. We get new ads now. And single target boss. Full single target. Big ad. We might. Okay. Yeah, it's just it's curse. We were super there. Just the ads being out of the way at the end was the nail in the coffin. So I mean you should MD's up for both. I mean you should get it each time. Okay, slight adjust then. MD's just hammer the far end. Yeah, it'll have it every time. The first phase was really good. Good milk on a noob. That's exactly the damage we need. Please don't frost walk. Where's doing that? Yeah, so you've consistently missed quite a few of the Shadow Strikes. I'm going to assign, I mean, we have like 7 on-demand kicks from any of our melee. If ever you're not going to get something, just be like, I need a kick. It's probably the best way to go about it. Our DPS is pretty tight, so I'm kind of hesitant to assign backups. In the sense that's something they're actively looking for. But again, if you need, it just really boils down to communication. If you need an external, if you need a kick, let us know. Okay. One thing I'll add, this is kind of like a small optimization, but I think it will help. If we could kite a noob closer to where we're going to be tanking him at the start of the final phase, it allows for a slightly better uptime because the range will have to move less. Possibly something to think about. Totally not worth it if you run the risk of popping the frost patches next to a noob. But if you have time and the merge is soon, something to think about. Everyone's ready. Okay, move forward. No pull timer. I think if you army at all, it's probably like at 10% when we call for like just all hands on deck fucking blast boss. Really, really good frost patches. Love that. Head damage is looking pretty good. And yeah, odds are fine. Do that spawning now. Dose, get out now. Range, keep milking boss. Range, milk forever. Look at frost orbs once a noob goes down. All right, Kobos, you're just gonna bubble your first set whenever you want. Oh, we broke immediately. It's gonna pursue someone else. Be mindful. It's on purple cheeks. All right, Mario, this will be your bot once we're in a good spot. Good. Okay, we have one patch we can take it to right now. Be mindful if this targets you. It's on Shuang. It's coming through the raid. Do not be in its path. This will be your bop whenever. We got it's on Rem, Bop Rem maybe? On Snake, you gotta be near a Frost Patch or it's gonna keep chaining people. Just run in, Snake, run in. It's a merge. Come out. We have B-Reses, still salvageable. Snake get Shuang. Shifskis get purple. Gnarls get Numi. We can, Shifskis can get Rem. Still get your original B-Res assigned. Shift is Rem. Sorry, purple then. Get Rem, my bad. We had really good damage in our phase 1. I think we can get away with not lusting here. With big single target here. Using your cooldowns. New ads. High ad on Iris side. 10% in 18 seconds. Submerge in 5 seconds. Blast boss. Blast the fucking boss. All single target. Alright, Stein. Yeah, it's the difference of the few DPS we lost. Our phase 1 was so fucking good. Our phase 1 was so good. Just, yeah, not getting that bop hurts us. No, they're little balls of orbs that fly around the room, and the range GPS kill them to bring them down at the place that they're in, essentially. I don't know. I mean, we still had. Yeah, you run back here. We also still had one orb that didn't get brought down. So technically we had another one we could have used. Like we have so many orbs that phase. There's lots of time to like just fucking run in there. And yeah, I think Shuang, I like what you did, booting and running. I don't know. I'm not really sure what to suggest to make that better so we don't have range issues. I mean, it's just a case of paladins following, but then if you just, I know it's like to be fair, in that example, we lost two frost patches really early. Schwangy using them to like live longer or delay it was actually really good. Like we needed to delay that because we didn't have another frost patch down in a good spot. So that was in that instance, it just happened that to work out that way in that pool. We really needed to delay pushing that frostium. So I think the boots there make sense. Maybe it's not going to make sense every pull, if we land up better, but so. Can we get a bot? We have several people in the yellow and red durability zones. Numi, Gala, Mind, Mort, Isles, Perry, me. Sure, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, no, that's a good point. So Colo, we're changing the bop order. You're up. You're second now. Ira's third. Otherwise, are you good? Okay, pull timer's going up. Come on, give me the fucking juice, DPS. Blast this boy. Awesome frost patches. Picture perfect. A little bit more add damage on the right side. New ad spawning here. Right side still needs a little bit of love. And single target boss. Ghost is gone. Range KPS milk. Melee look ads. And then range EPS bring orbs down. Mari has first buff. Galahad, get out. Go. Don't run through Galahad. You're gonna trigger. Oh my god, Galahad, you're fucking legend. Do you have boots? Or bop or anything? Okay. You gotta go. You gotta run to that far frost patch if you make it. Oh, he might not make it. Everyone be ready to run to a frost patch. He might die and it might chain. It dies. It's chaining at someone. Run in. Good, Snake. You're a fucking legend. Okay, it's gonna reset. Full reset. It's really close to a pat. It's on deaths. Good. Yeah, this will be close. Gnarls, can you pick up Gala right now? There should be 2 more in the air. If we can bring at least 1 more down, that'd be good. That's fine. We played that really well then, apart from the first death. But and the boss emerging, really good spot for it. Awesome. Apart from the death, really good phase push. Get spot boss and Gala if we can. Oh, I see. We have double. Okay, we're sitting here now. Fuck it. Big single target. Right ads are a little high. A little bit of attention. Not much. Just a little bit. Okay, a lot of bit of attention on the high right ad. We're really doing really good for DPS and boss. Just make sure we kill this ad. No weird shit. And full single target now. Blast the boss. All right, we're gonna phase here shortly. Once we hit phase, I want some prio ad damage, and everyone's health is gonna start dropping. That's fine. Healers only heal tanks and the people with the frost debuff. Remember your marks. Only healing those targets. Okay. Good pull. Let's take a look here. Okay, so that's good to know. Do we have Judgment of Light on the boss? Okay, so we need that for sure. All the melee just flopped. uh, that needs to be 1. 2, we prio ad damage. So once we get into that final phase, we want seeds on the ads, big AoE dam. Basically, we are committing to pushing the boss for the second submerge. As a result of that single target damage, we fall slightly behind on ad damage. So once we've hit it and we get the Leeching Swarm, shift priority, focus ads. Once we kill the ads and new ads spawn, then it's just kind of the normal rotation. We exact same thing. Think back to like the first set of ads, how we kill those right before a new set of spawns. Just sit back to that same damage profile. And we'll have less as well, so the damage should be pretty easy. 24%. Divine Hymn is probably not worth. I think so. The deaths that we had to Leeching Swarm, we should have Judgment of Light. We need to have that up. I guess I'm not sure what Paladin needs to make that adjustment, but that is an absolutely a priority. As long as we have that up, I think that should be sufficient for people to live. And then the priority just becomes heal tanks, heal the penetrating cold targets. We had 2 deaths there from Mari and Coldheart to penetrating cold. This is a case of like healers need to be mindful of your numbers and react fast. Any instant cast abilities to just pop them above 6,000 health. That's how much it ticks for every 3 seconds. I don't hate the idea of like potting warlocks for life tap at certain points. That's fine. Maybe rest of druid angle, but let's just try this with Judgment of Light again. I don't want to make too drastic changes when we didn't do that phase very well or properly to begin with. But good job seeing the phase. Let's get further. The timer's up. Good frost placement. Dose. See if you can pivot at an angle. Nice. Good. Add damage looks good. There's a high right add. Give it a little bit of love. Add damage is fine. Focus boss. Full single target boss as long as possible here. Ghost is heading out now. Range milk. Maybe look at ads. Good. Range to bring down some orbs. Mari has first bop on Gala. Gala, get out. Okay, we have a couple orbs we can bring down. Let's play this out. This is Kolo's bop on Snake. Make sure you're in range. Can I get Mort and Gala to work on ripping a Frost Orb in a good spot, a Frost Sphere, so that we can set ourselves up for the next phase? It's a little close. If we can do it, we have one more we work with. All right, Isles, this is going to be Ire's bump. Should be the last one we need. Okay, that worked out. Block is not great. We just kite forever. It's on me. That's fine. I'm chilling. So we're gonna use those two frost patches that are down. Those is gonna be at a slight angle. Be mindful. Boss is coming up now. So try to wedge yourself in between those two if you can. It's gonna be awkward with spawns. Just try to make it work. Ripping cooldowns. And big add damage. Yeah, big add damage. We need to help out here. New ad spawning. Paints up deaths. Big damage on Barak. Kill it. Okay, not quite. We die. So, sure, that's fine. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. So it's happened twice where Gala or just in general Melee's been targeted while they're DPSing the ads, and they can't move quickly enough because they're in the frost patch. Melee, you need to be mindful that you can be targeted, which means don't bury yourself in the middle of a frost patch because it takes forever to get out. So stand on the edge while you're DPSing the spiders down, so that if you're targeted, you aren't caught in a bad spot. That way we can avoid that breaking that first frost patch there. Good adjust. That's was really cursed to positioning to try and deal with. I think made it work decently well, but just sacrificing damage wasn't it? Run back. Noted. Uh, Gala, for now, I would just take the DPS loss and run to the other side, as opposed to running through. We we're not time gated by killing the spiders during the submerge phase. So just priority on living. We can optimize later. True. That's true. I Whoa, that's okay. We need another frost orb down. Um, range. You're gonna have to look at that far pack. It's just too. Yeah, it's don't play with it. That's just saying. Range just like multi-dot that far pack. Do some our single target. We can less phase 2 if we need. Nice. Let's adjust here. All after the next Shadow Strike or Submerge, if they cast while moving, you can Hodge or stun them. Looks like we make it. Good. Big ad damage right now. Everything on ads. Turbo ad damage. We have new ads coming. And single target. Paints up Ire. Okay. Oh, submerged now. Fuck. Alright. Hopefully, try to kite to the middle if you can. Kite to the middle. It's just bad, I think. I don't know. It's kind of tough salvages. Um, Gala, do you think is it just like kind of a one-off, or do you think I know it's a couple pulls now that we've had issues with the grip? Do you think it'd be better if like we had somebody else do it, or do you think you're just like, oh, I got it down, I just messed up, we're good, one off? Okay, I I I, I trust, I trust, we good, we good. Remember, Cal gets back. Okay, uh, waiting on Calc food, and then we go. Time's up. Mortadella, that has to be you. Try to grip an orb down in a good spot. Doesn't have to be that one. We can stun the ads when they cast Burrow. Kill orb. Really good job, Mort. We need some ad attention. Big ad damage here. AoE, cleave. Good, back to single target. Dose, get out. Ranger milking. And nuke down the orbs. Mari has first spot. Okay. We really good delay on that one. The other two orbs are in the front of the room, so it's gonna be a bit awkward to get. So just try to kite this one out. That was Mari's. Cole's next. So Shuang, delay this one as long as possible, really. He's going long. Cool. He's gonna be wrapping his way back around. Be ready for this, Colo. Really good job, Shuang. And this last one, we're gonna kite until the emerge. It's on Plague. Emerging now. Yeah, I think we should be fine, but I'll let you know. Yeah. Or you can just fucking rip it if you feel it's a good, that's fine. New ads are in 10 seconds. Our damage looks pretty good. Passive cleave is sufficient. Full single target. Just blast the boss. It looks like we're ahead on boss damage right now, so we should be in a good spot not to use it. Facing the boss in 2, 1. Now, big add damage. Big add damage. Make sure we have Judgment all the way up. Can we taunt Iris or Debts' adds? Debts is down. Shift, can you be rest Debts? No. Alright, we lost tanks, I think? Yeah, we lost tanks. Great, that's just what I wanted. Okay, I think I guess what we do here is on the phase transition. Debts, I see you died through shield wall. You use it like, yeah. I think what we do is use a pop a strong defensive right as we go into the phase, because I don't think we're ready for the damage you're about to take otherwise, right? It's kind of ease into it. The Leeching Swarm plus auto hits when you're topped off, I think, is kind of take people by surprise. So it just kind of ease into the phase that way. Same with Ire, if you have any defensives you can use to kind of stabilize, and you were fine there. Okay. Also, slight adjust. I think this is actually my fault for setting this up, but let's slight change of plans. Dose, I want you taking a noob farther into the corner, so opposite of what I had originally said. So think back to the first pull where you just kind of ran straight in and turned him around. Let's do that again. The reason I want this is Gala and Plague. We're gripping, they're like 6 orbs that spawn, and for the past couple pulls now, there are 2 orbs in front of the boss that we aren't pulling down. I don't know if this is going to consistently be the case, but I think let's try moving a bit forward and see if we can get those 2 far orbs down for the ones that we're going to be positioning ourselves by. That way we have more orbs to work with in the intermission. Like we're doing this extra hard mode only having 2. And so I mean, which is good if we can pull it off, but it just makes it easier for us during that transition. So slight change is we're going to move further into the corner. All that means for Dose is just running and turning the boss around. And DKs, I want you gripping basically the farthest farthest orbs in down to our tank spot. Get some P3 pulls here, guys. Got a few pulls left. Make them count. What time is it? Nice. So DKs, you're looking for the farthest forward orbs, if possible. There's one. Good. There's two. Brilliant. Well, we are super ahead on ads. Okay. Part of that is because of good orb placement, though. That we're able to do as much damage, which is nice. Just blast the boss, though. We have so much damage this phase. Dose, you're getting out now. See you later. Have a good one. Melee, we're hitting ads. Be smart where you're standing. Be ready to run if you need. Range, you're bringing orbs down. Look in the sky. Tamer's first. Mari, you're looking for Tamer. Shift, can you pick up a Mind? He should have Soulstone, but maybe it just wasn't applied before the pull. Lots of orbs to work with. Don't need to do anything too crazy here. Run away. You can kite them through the Frost orb as needed. Now let's pick up Mort. Emerge here soon. 2 seconds. Boss is up. Swap back to boss. AoE down ads. Purple, can you get Isles? I pinged him. Yeah, that's fine. We need a little bit of ad damage here. 10 seconds till they come up. It just means you're going to have 3 for a bit. So be ready for that. Press less zap. Takes a while to come up. There it is. Phasing now, just made it, and hard ad focus. Big ad down. Should have dealt with most of the ads at this point. Good. New ad spawning here in a second. Okay. Well, this guy's healing a lot. Okay. Do we have aimed shot? And can we have? Does aim shot have 100% uptime? Give or take. Okay. Probably, yeah, probably a wind poison angle. That guy was healing more than the damage we were doing, which is kind of crazy. Um, I one thing I missed was DSAC callouts, and are as good as you use yours. I'm gonna chain DSACs I think on the transition because that's sort of the most scary while you get settled in. Um, Deaths otherwise were all of them were penetrating cold. So healers, talk to me. Okay. Pal it's the entire life of the debuff. So you are responsible for both you paladins are watching one cold target because I mean you guys are also watching the tanks. Between the two of you, I think you can juggle one. And that's the entire life of the debuff. Now, how the debuffs work is that debuff is going to persist throughout the entire fight. It's just going to jump to a different player every 15 seconds. No, you are solely responsible for that debuff, is my thought process. Um, Maybe there's a way that would make more sense if, like, we have hots rolling on them from, like, Resto Druid, but I don't know. I haven't quite figured that one out. I think it's probably, at least the way I read up on it, is it's best just have specific healer signs. Yes. Tanks should basically always be topped. That's true. If you're talking about penetrating cold, it's a really good time for a defensive, personal, healthstone, etc. I had a question. Do you know if dots tick while he's underground? I think so. I'm not sure. No. Pull timer's going up. Nice frost patches. That damage looks good, but right ad is a little bit high. Who has red gear? Okay. And this is single target boss. Get out now, Dose. This is a late call. You have 6 seconds. Ranged milk boss. And then bring orbs down. Zatsky has first. Mari, you're looking out for Zap. Be sure to stay on top of add damage this phase. We had a couple of people die due to the stacking dot. If your stacks start to get high, if your stacks get high, just run away. Follows next. Purple, be mindful of your dot. You're already at 6 stacks. Don't want to get any more. Emerge in 3 seconds. Coming up 2, 1, now. We're dragging a noob all the way back to our starting point. Add damage is going to be a little bit lower because we had a couple come in late. Just be mindful. Need big add damage here. Big AoE. Clap the ads. Okay. And single target boss. We should, our DPS looks fine for this emerge, just full single target. Two, one, put. Okay. But we can still do this. We can still do this. We have 2 frost patches to work with. Okay, we lost that one. Still possible, but these 2 become the ones we need to use, so we can't break them. We have to break the one in the front. You know, if you can wrap your way back around there somehow. I think he gets it. Not quite. We have B-res, so it's fine. Alright, we have to kite this one indefinitely. Emerge in 30. Oh boy. No bops, hey? Okay, we're just gonna sack people, I guess. Let's try to position yourself to the opposite side of the room. No, it's too many people. Yeah, just go again. Yo, so plan, since we only have the one raid day this week, we are gonna extend raid. Uh we will be running until what time is it? Gonna go till 1 a.m. Another half an hour of attempts. See if we can make those attempts count, guys. Only day we get for TOCG prog with the way the release lines up. This is no 10-minute extend, it's only a 30-minute extend. Even better. All right. We got a couple people that are lacking some repaired gear. This should be fine for this pool, but we'll probably need a bot by next pool. I'll extend, make sure you repair. Yeah. Kill the orb. Orb's down, just kill it. Nice. Good second grip, whoever did that. We need some ad damage. Prio AoE. Good on ads. Dose, you're leaving soon. Go now. Dose is the first one targeted. That's funny. Mari has first spot whenever. Koblos has connects. Followed by Ire after this. We probably won't need Ires. Dude's emerging in about 10 seconds. Emerges in 7 seconds. Kite for like 5 seconds. Going back to the start here. Right ads are a little high. Maybe just throw a dot in them. New ads in 8 seconds. Right ads need a little bit of love. Big single target. Lust, Zap, Lust, Blast, 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 Blast. Everything. Kick adds. Good. Just got it. Nice. Blast adds. Big AoE. Huge AoE. And this is Mari DSAC now. If you get the penetrating cold debuff, use a Hellstone, use a personal. Keep tanks topped off. Watch debuffs. New ads spawning now. Help with left ads. Kolbos DSAC now. Sure. Kick ads. He paints up debts. Okay, these new ads, tanks, you're going to take these out and let them submerge. Kill these remaining ads, let these new ads submerge. Tank down. Alright, we're dead. That's a good pull. That's a good pull. Yep. So what I'm thinking is we make phase 3. We have 2 new sets of ads. I'm thinking we kill the first 2 sets, and then the third set tanks, you let those submerge, and we just burn boss before they come back up. And I believe that'll be around the 15% mark. That was our best phase 3 push yet. Really good job, guys. Good job, healers, with the debuffs and keep the tanks alive. We did have, let's see the death that we had from Numi. Flopped over at some point. Okay, yeah, so the dot. Otherwise it was super good. There definitely was some, I know healers, it's really tough, but really try to avoid healing other people. There were a couple of times during that phase when my HP jumped up for when I didn't have a debuff. That extra healing just heals the boss, which kind of prolongs that phase. So as much as you can avoid it, try to. Otherwise, that was really well done. Probably because you have a dot. There should be some. I mean, it's a debuff. It's called penetrating cold. It'll be in your debuff frames if you have the dot. And yeah, if that's the case, then healers do want to keep you up. Healers, if you're trying to optimize, you want to keep penetrating cold debuff targets at about half health. That's pretty much bis. If you bring them to that was probably just aggro weirdness, MDs, I guess, yeah. One thing I'll add, which will make our phase 3 easier. I mean, as we noticed that, I think it was 2 pulls ago, having the, I'll just recheck. Hairboss down as well if anyone still needs. We end up in a kind of weird situation if we have multiple frost patches down that slow the spiders as they're running to our tanks. Ideally, we don't want that. So range DPS, if we're trying to play kind of optimally, going into a submerge phase, don't bring all the frost orbs down. Bring like 2, and then bring a 3rd if we need it, type deal. Because that way the ads won't get slowed. We can cleave them even, and it's less likely we'll have threat issues with a slow ad running in that's aggro and a healer type deal. So I got nothing. Let's pull. Yeah. Can we maybe get a second grip on that orb? Mort, maybe? We got it down. Just gonna have to adjust our positioning here. We can live with this. Need some add damage. Add damage, AoE. New ads coming in. Tanks, Debts in particular, it's going to be positioning is a little bit cursed. Just try to deal with it as best you can. Dose, you're gone. See you later. And range, look to bring down 2 orbs if you can, for starters. Great, and just chill for a bit. It's on Zapsky first, Mari's bot. That's fine. Kolbos has second bot. We have... Okay, Mari can get this one. We can live with these 3. We shouldn't need to bring down the 4th one. Snake, can you get Toxic up? And Shift, can you get Tingle? All right, Tamer, this is going to be Kolbos. All right, Tamer, good kiting. You're going to have to go for that far one there. Emerge here in 4 seconds. Okay, Dose, you're just going to use these 2 frost patches. Boss is emerging now. A little bit of love on left ads. A little bit of love on left ads. New ad spawning now. Our single target looks pretty good. And focus single target. Blast boss, nuke boss. Full nuke, full nuke. Really good push. Okay. Mari DSAC now. Blast ads. Polo DSAC now. New ad spawning now. Good. Good DSAC ire. This should be the last set of ads we kill before letting them emerge. Just natural cleave on these ads. Paints up ire. Good. Okay. Do we miss an interrupt? Ah, okay. Good push. Yeah, just the penetrating cold at that point. Um, NGL, Zap, I definitely understand you now. It's not super obvious when you get penetrating cold. It would be nice to make that more obvious. Dab around here. So I shouldn't die there. I have cloak and ways to deal with it. Uh, like kind of. Um, if the submerges early on in the new ad set, it should be fine. But the problem is that if the army is still up by the time new ad, like another new ad set spawns, and the ads like end up clumped up, the haste aura that they grant each other will give them like instant cast Shadow Strike, and they'll just start clapping people. So that's the scary part. Um, I think as long for that third set of ads, as long as you take it out for the submerge early enough, it should give a big enough window to allow army to flourish. The ad next set of ads will probably spawn before the next set submerges. Like you're absolutely right, we're on a time window. Yes, what I'm saying is that the ads will still be submerged when you have two ads. So there's probably like a window of 10 15 seconds where you're just tanking two ads, and then the two get submerged and they come out and they die. The downside is if a bunch of ads coalesce on one army ghoul and then they nuke people. I think you're probably right. I'm just worried of them assassinating people, but we can try it. Oh yeah, we did lose the Healer early. Hey, Snake died to a melee. He did. Okay, very true. Oh, that's just an pull. I think I don't really want to change anything too much else, but we can plan. Oh, that was fuck art ready check. We're pulling. Screw that. Let's go. Slight angle. Right ad is a little high. One of the right ads. A little bit of attention. Dose, you're out. See ya. Mari will have first spot. Ranger bringing down preferably 2 frost patches. 3 is fine. Good. Okay, let's bring down one more Frost Orb, if we can do so. Preferably away from the two that are close to where we want to keep a noob. That's okay. That's fine. We're gonna break this one though, for sure. Okay, this last emerge, we please break green flare. We want to break this one for sure. It's on debts. Emerge in 10 seconds. Make sure we break this frost thing. Get in here ASAP. Run in, straight in. Good. Boss is merging now. Add damage is plentiful. Blast boss. Blast boss. Our DPS is really good this pull. Because of how good our DPS is, just natty cleave these ads. Fine. We can do some ad catch up here. Leeching Swarm going now. Lose some health. And Mari Desac now. New Penetrating Cold going down in 2 seconds. It's out. Kill left ad. Good, new ad spawning. This is the last set of ads we're going to kill. Late ad coming in. Thanks if you need anything. We have GS and Paints Up. Paints Up debts. Let's kill these ads. We have new ads in 5 seconds. Big ad damage. Big ad damage. Once these ads are dead, thanks, you're taking your ads out and letting them submerge. Snake Eyes pick up Tingle. Shitsky's B-Res Numi if you can. DKs, if you're up, press army after submerges. Press it now. Go, go, go. Everything. It's full single target. Just try. All we have to do is interrupt. Don't let multiple casts go off. GS Ire, Rem. Everything. Every button. Live. Kick all ads. All defensives. Use. Let's go! What a kill, man! Holy shit. Dude. Oh my god. Let's go. Damn. Alright, so one shot this next week, right? Yeah, AC. Dude, what a fucking kill. Really, really, really good tanks with the submerge. They don't really cast it. It'd be nice to cast at the same time. It was kind of awkward there. We didn't get one submerge, but I think if we're ever in that situation, by the way, like so in that kill there, what's probably happening again next week, we're letting the third set of ads submerge. When the fourth set comes out, tanks, I want you to holding those ads again outside. Like let's just keep rotating the submerges. So that new set of ads, that way just you're not taking or like delaying the damage as long as possible. Um, you guys somehow just still lived, which is kind of impressive, but that should make take damage a bit easier. Gotcha. I know definitely had several people get assassinated by those ads, but it was enough. It was enough. GG's, man. Yo, big shout out, Purple Cheeks, filling for us tonight. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have 25, so appreciate that. Yo, wait, that was, dude, that, oh, I forgot to look into that. We, it's an arcane mage that we're missing, right? That would otherwise provide that. Yeah, I should have asked. That's my bad. I would have had one of our mages go arcane if I remembered. But whatever, made it happen. Yo, where does the chest spawn? Uh, God, I hate this tank gear, man. It's disgusting.